Hello there, Blitzers of all shapes and sizes. I'm your host, USA, and today we are going to be talking and discussing about how to use the SPHT. Now, recently, I put up a poll yesterday about what tank you all would like to see. And you all picked, out of the four vehicles, being the Type 57, the SPHT, and a couple of others. You can look on the poll, link it down below. But if you want to participate in these polls, make sure that you keep an eye on my channel, on the YouTube, and if you want to be deeply connected with the studio and also with me personally, then you can always join the Discord for any kind of questions, and I will try to answer them the best I can. Now, the SPHT is a tank that a lot of comp players have recently gotten their hands upon because it's been such a overpowered vehicle thanks to its amount of HP that it has. It's not necessarily the tank itself being that powerful, it's the tank HP pool that is so powerful, sitting at over 3,400 HP, and you can get that up to 3,570, almost 3,700 HP with the 3,600 HP with the improved assembly. But you run enhanced armor just because if you don't run enhanced armor, your armor is kind of lackluster, especially on the turret hold down. It's going to be kind of gray, so I would encourage you to run enhanced armor if you do have the vehicle. Now, my personal opinion about the SPHT is that while it is a powerful vehicle, I do not think that it should be banned like a lot of community contributors are saying that it should be. I think that, you know, if they bring an overpowered vehicle into the game, it's the entire meta has to adjust. Just like any other tank it has been released in the past, like 10 years of the game's history. So it should be no change that, oh, well, a new vehicle came out, it turned out to be meta. We've ran through this multiple times, and I definitely do disagree with that kind of statement. But that'll be saved on for my 10 things that I would like to say before I become a community contributor. So, thank you all for the love and support. But let's go on and get into it, and I will walk you through onto actually how to use the vehicle in terms of like a true battle scenario. Now, usually you want to put this tank on some kind of encounter battle because Supremacy is just not going to work that well for this vehicle. You can try it, but Supremacy doesn't work as well because the tank is just so slow at traverse, and you know, it has pretty bad terrain resistances. So your best bet is to use it on a counter battle because most of the time you'll get kind of like city maps and stuff like that. It just depends, but in my experience, I've gotten it. Now, we are on Vineyards. Now, Vineyards, usually this would be a good map to be on for the SPHT, but when you have a grill on the enemy team, yeah, it kind of makes things a little bit difficult. But they do have a lot of vehicles that I camp in, even though they have a VK90. That is not great at all, but oh well. We'll see how this goes. Now, there is a Comp Panzer, a VK, two VKs, a Kron, and a T62 and TVP on the enemy team. Now, that was very close to hitting me in the rear there. But what we want to do is we want to get as far forward as we possibly can. Try to see where the team is actually sitting and try to get some angles on their tanks. For right there, we got a nice fuel tank hit on the VK, and we're going to wait for our camera rating to reset, and then we're going to cross. Because they cannot spot us if we are unspotted in like a good position. Like they don't have that much spotting range over here, so I know I can cross here, and they don't know I'm here until I'm spotted. So we're gonna hopefully cross over, get the VK90, and we'll go from there. So let's see if we can do so. I'm gonna put a shell into the VK. Unfortunately, our other tank goes down. He jams my turret. Nice shot. Should have straightened it up for him, but it's okay. We got a nice ammo rack kit. onto him. Now the Kron is in the back looking for a shell. I'm going to just poke out because we need this VK dead. That was a rust shell. And I'm definitely going to pay for that. That was unfortunate. But we should be okay. We just right now need to focus on not bleeding our health as much as possible and just focus on bleeding the enemy's health. That VK and the Kron shot, so we know that they are both on reload or on their second shell. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate around. We know that the comp panzer is right there. The M60 is losing lots of health to do that. We don't necessarily want that guy coming around us, but I don't really think we have a choice right now because we can't poke middle. So I'm going to just poke the comp panzer. Get hopefully a nice shell into him. Nice! Shell into his track wheel and into his hull of his vehicle. Hopefully get another shell into him if he pokes up here. I'm gonna just wait for him. It's probably will. Oh, well. That's the inaccuracy of the gun. It does happen. Okay, we just need to hold here. We can't push over, because if we push over, we're dead. Like, I don't know why he pushed that, but he did. Right now, we need to just survive. That is our #1 goal right now. So, with the comp panzer, we know he's in spawn, and we're getting flanked currently. We probably want to turn our attention to the other side of the map in hopes of slowing down this incoming push from multiple vehicles in this fight. Now, the comp panzer is probably going to rotate around. So with that prediction in mind, which he does, I'm going to angle up. Hopefully he'll bounce me. He does. We get the over angle. We get that. Now we just need to nail his track wheel. Unfortunately we did not, but we did penetrate. That's good. We're going to hold right here. I want to brawl him right now. He can't really pin me. He doesn't have enough pin. And if he does, he will have to use heat. He can't really see my armor either, so that's very advantageous for me. So now what we need to do is we need to shut down this T-62A as fast as possible, which I do not believe is going to be the case, simply because we're getting pinned down by multiple vehicles on every side. Low roll. Yes, of course, game. Thank you. There we go. Well, we did 5k damage. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm trying to shut down vehicles, but it doesn't matter. Our team is just falling apart. But, as you can see there, that is how you play the vehicle. You let them come to you. And you make pushing plays where you can. For example, there, we kind of got stuck in the town. The team wanted to move out of the town for some reason. All we had to do there was just hold the town. I don't know what they were doing, but you can't focus on what your team is doing. You focus on what you're doing. And the key there was that we needed to hold there. We did a perfect job there of holding, blocking damage, angling, stuff like that. And those micro plays are very important. And I will make sure to put some B-roll and stuff like that in between, so that way you can see what I'm doing from another point of view, rather than just the third-person view that we always see. So, Winter Malinowka, I mean, it's not the worst map for this vehicle. It's not the best map either, because basically, if you have a lot of tank destroyers like this, it means that if you push corner, you're probably going to get destroyed by just how many tanks can pin you in the turret. So I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that at all. I want to push middle here, because if I push middle, I'll have some cover. I can kind of dynamically move about the middle cover in the center. So rather than going into the far corner, I'll go to the middle. That way I'll be a little bit more protected. So let's see what we can do. Now they have an object and a super conch and some very, very tough tanks to deal with, hold down. And they have a couple of good city brawlers. But they don't have anything insane like the SPHT, so I should be fine. As long as I draw them to me and I don't overexpose. But right now we need to just get information. Now, as we can see, the object has been spotted. We're going to see if we can get a shell into the object, which we cannot at the moment. That's unfortunate, but we're just going to back up and we're going to reset our position. Because we have no information on where we are spotted, so we need to adjust again because they can shoot from this bush right here. Yeah, and just as I thought, there's an FV sitting on up top. Let's see if we can get a shell into him. We can. Nice. 387 into his vehicle. Now, I don't know why our Schitzman is playing so aggressive. And since he is playing so aggressive, he's probably going to get it himself, getting his butt whipped. But I am going to try and push up and support him as much as I can. Oh, well. Oh, we hate the 183, but it does happen every once in a while. Oh, well. We just keep moving on, try not to get tilted. That's unfortunate, but oh well. At least we now know where he is. The rest of our team is honing in on his position. Hopefully he does not pin that shell. If he doesn't, that's huge. He only did 1,000 damage. That's very good for our team. Alright. Let's get another shell into the 777. Hate that mid-flight. I really do. So cringe. This comp planter is making a huge misplay coming out in the open like this. He does not realize the firing line of vehicles is literally gunning him down. Nice HE pin. We don't have anything damaged. Good. Gonna just try to rotate. We get a nice bounce. Angle up. He can't pin me. Oh, he's not running small on him. That's perfect. We can shut down the FB in a moment. I just want to get a shot onto him. He pins me through the side plate. That's fine. I don't really care right now. I just want to push up and kill that 777. So right now, as you can see, the game is just kind of falling apart for the team. They basically are like wet toilet paper at this point. They're just gonna fall through. There's nothing they can do. But as you can see, it did a great job at holding that position, and it's very flexible. Like you can see, I was easily able to respond to pushes and counter pushes on each side of the map, and I played careful. That's what you kind of want to be with this thing. Yes, you have a lot of HP, but use it. Use it efficiently and accurately. Don't just run at the enemy and expect, success. That's not going to work. You kind of have to play methodically and patient. So, with that, we have pretty good. We have now 3k average damage in the tank. I'm happy. I'll do one more game. Let's see how the tank performs in this final game, and I'll give my final conclusions, and you'll see for yourself that this tank is pretty good. Alright, now, they have a lot of heavies, this thing. It's get another heavy lineup. But they have a minnow, and that scares me. Because the minnow, while it doesn't have a lot of DPM, it can push a flank quite well. And while we do not have that many heavies on our side, that means it's going to be very dependent upon our TDs getting some shells out and covering me. But I think I can still play like I usually play here. I think it's fine to go heavy side. Now, having a Stritz Fong is not great, I'm gonna be real. Yeah, that's really not great, but we will go with it. Yeah, it's gonna be really up to how fast our team can flank. That's what it's really gonna be up to. I cannot believe I hit that. What the heck? That was insane. Wow. Okay. That happened. And I'm going to sit right here. So, the reason being is because I technically now hold the high ground. One of the teammates just shot me. So, I can assume that was probably a grill. And that's a pretty safe assumption there. Now, unfortunately, there's an IS-7 coming underneath. That's not great, but oh well. They're going to be pushing up very hard. Let's see. That's unfortunate. It happens. Oh, shit's wrong. Don't overexpose. See, this is what I was talking about. That I really don't like having a shit song on our team. We have to fall back. Like ASAP. We gotta get this grill out and we gotta fall back. Because they're gonna push heavy. That not hitting is a big deal. Don't like this at all. There's nothing I can do here. There is nothing I can do here. If I pull back, I die. If I go forward, I die. So I'll just try to hold as best as I can. There's just, yeah. There's nothing I can do here. Yeah. And that's what I was saying, was that I was hoping that we could hold that, but it was up to our tank destroyers, and our tank destroyers let us down here. They were not getting farm off. And if your team does not do that in this heavy TD lineup, it's just, it falls through. There's nothing you can do, because you just do not have the HP, you do not have the support that you need on this flank. Somehow our med died. I have no idea how our med died. That's just cringe. But, oh well. It happens. Wow. Now looking at this game, it was actually really close too. Which is so unfortunate. I think if I were in a better position, which I don't even know where that would be, it could have been winnable, but nah. Nah. That game was lost. That game was lost. I think we should give the SPHT one more shout, because this was, no, that was not it. I'm not ending with that. We're gonna give it one more shout. Alright, this is a lot better of a lineup. This is a lot better of a lineup. This is where the tank is gonna shine, because in this lineup, I can accurately push and put my tank in a scenario that fits it. Because instead of having to play blow aggressive and be put into a middle section, it's just, that's not ideal. But this is a lot more ideal, for sure. Alright, so let's head down through here. See if we can get a nice forward position. I don't know if we're going to make it in time, but we can try. Now, another fair shot of position is to go over here in this corner, which I might do this time, because there's a lot of tanks going right, and I kind of want something on our mid flank, because especially since the Sheridan's playing so aggressive, that means they are pushing on this side, or they're pushing middle. One of the two. We're going to sit right here. Now, you might be like, why am I sitting here? Well, if you notice, my hatch is covered from this position. They cannot shoot my hatch, and they're going to struggle to pin my front because of that enhanced armor. It means that I'm very flexible when sitting here, and I'm basically like a bunker. So they really can't do anything to me right now. So we're gonna wait for that compensator to poke back up. It's probably going to. If he doesn't, I'm going to push an email. Especially with this concept here, he's way too juicy to pass up. So concept got spotted. He gets clear. The compensator should poke up. Oh, compensator's in the middle. Alright, so we need to push forward. I just don't want to get shot in the side a ton. I'm not exactly inclined to get shot by the 183 again, even though there's not even a 183 in this matchup, but I'm just saying, for the sake of example. Okay. This compensator really wants me to. Alright, well, that's okay. He can do that. On with that. He has the enhanced tracks. So I'm unable to track him on the first shell. Ow. Like, am I just not going to get any team support? Really? Oh well. That's fine. We're just going to pull back. Pull back, beta shell. Go for that overmatch. Back up. Alright, so they're both one-shots. I'm going to push forward. I'm going to kill the emu. Yep, the emu is dead. The 60TP is out of the fight. We don't need to fight him right now. We need to focus on the 777 and this squirrel. So turn the turret. Fire. Good work. Shut down the 777. We're going to push the girl. Now, the thing about this scenario is that I am not in a great spot, especially if my other guy does not choose to push, but I did get a bounce there. I don't know, it'll be close. Oh, okay, well he bounces again. Yeah, as this armor profile is really troll. And I out-reload him. And that's that. So as you can see, it is very, very flexible. And this is what I love about the SPHT. And it is why it is my favorite tank. And that might be why I'm biased on the whole thing of Let's Not Ban It. Because it is my favorite vehicle, whether it's OP or not. It's great to have a strong American vehicle back on the battlefield. In the form of a true heavy, not just a heavy on like a concept. But yeah, there you go. I hope this accurately and precisely shows you how strong the SPHT is. I don't know. I don't play it perfectly. I don't. Should I have pushed there when they were one shot? Absolutely. I shouldn't have wasted time there. Maybe I would have gotten a 5k. Maybe I could have gotten a 6k. You know? I don't play the tank perfectly, but I'm just trying to show you that the tank has potential. And don't just put it down because, oh, it's a heavy. You know? I think a lot of sweats just to say, oh, it's a heavy. I would like to enlighten them in the fact that it's kind of more of like a pseudo heavy. It's not heavy on it. It's kind of like a pseudo heavy. In the fact that it has armor, it has a ton of HP, yet it's incredibly versatile. And has good DPM, good accuracy, good armor. I hope you enjoyed this guide. I hope it enlightens you on how to counter the vehicle, while also knowing how to play it yourself when you get your hands on it. Ultimately, remember that this tank has cutouts right here. Well, I'll make my mouse bigger. Right here and right here. And it is important to shoot both of these when looking at it. You gotta look for those little flat plates and like the mid plates. Do not aim this low. Aim for up here. Shoot the engine deck. Stuff like that. Aim for parts that do not have a ricochet angle, like right here. This would be a non-penetration angle because it is a ricochet angle. I'll cover that in a future video, as I will be doing more guides on how to play the game and understanding its advanced mechanics, because I do feel like that is not covered enough, and I do want to cover it more. So, anyway, if you hope to support those future videos, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.